Officer Oil here. When I'm not fighting crime, I'm fighting friction. My name's Scott McAdoo. I am back with the much anticipated results. So I did some oil sampling on the 2020 KTM 300 XC-W TPI. I wanted to know for sure which oil was the best. Best way to do it, send it off to a third-party independent lab to determine who outperformed each other and who did the best. So as you'll see in my other videos, I went head-to-head. We have done oil changes with the dirt bike, the AMSOIL dirt bike transmission fluid, as well as the AMSOIL dirt bike 10W-50. Both outstanding oils, ran them both, and I want to tell you how it worked out and my thoughts on both of these. So I'm going to get here and show you those oil analysis results. If you're new to the page, please subscribe for more fighting friction content. So out of the gate, I've been running the dirt bike 10W-50 with AMSOIL. 100% synthetic protection, outstanding, giving you that constant clutch feel, better protection on the gears, maximizing horsepower, torque, wear protection, all the above, oxidation, great oil. Been running that, and so I pulled an oil sample on it, and I really wanted to see here. So this is what I've been wanting. It's wet clutch compatible, JSO MA spec. I'll show you here. All right. Here's the back. Right there, KTM right on the bottle. Okay. But this will work great in your 4-strokes or those 2-stroke transmissions as well. So it'll lubricate the engine as well as the transmission for those wet clutch and those wet sump applications. So here are the results. All right, here it is. Independent third-party oil analysis. All right, with laboratory, it's Polaris Laboratories. They test they test everybody's oil, and you can do it through oil analyzers with AMSOIL. Great program. Comes in an outstanding prepaid postage kit. Just fill it out, drop it in the mail, hand it to UPS, and they'll send it out, and you'll get your report typically in less than a week. So here we go. So this guy here, all right, so this was, again, the KTM 300 XC-W 2020. Sump on this is 0.85 quarts. They round up to 1 just for the report. So lube time, 21 hours. And I had 61 hours on the bike with this sample here. So let's see what it says. So flag data does not indicate an immediate need for maintenance action. Continue to observe the trend and monitor the equipment and fluid conditions. Viscosity is moderately low. Causes include contamination, incorrectly identified viscosity, grade or adding a different viscosity graded component. Did not have to add anything. Nickel is at a minor level, possible gear metal. All right. Sample information has been added or tested to be rerun for additional info. They were missing some info on this report. I had to get them all the info for a final report. All right. But that is it. Okay. So right here was getting into the caution. So it's getting into the slightly abnormal. Come on, focus. There we go. Slightly abnormal. But like I said, right here, not an indication for immediate need or maintenance action. Continue to observe the trend. So I could have kept going with this. All right. So still doing its job, 21 hours. Okay. Comment below and let me know what you're changing your dirt bike transmission fluid. So 21 hours of hard abuse, out in the woods, slipping the clutch, beating it up, hot days, cold days, you name it, heavy mud, up the hills, down the hills, you name it, we put it through this thing. I put this thing and just beat up this bike, and it performed absolutely great. So next is the dirt bike transmission fluid. It's an 80 weight, okay? So the other one's a 50 weight motor oil, but it works out to about a 90 weight gear oil. So this is a little bit thinner oil, okay? It's going to give you that more aggressive clutch feel with that. That's why AMSOIL went with the 80 weight with this. And this is a dedicated dirt bike transmission fluid that does not, you don't put this in your engine, okay? Only for transmissions built specifically for your dirt bike, okay? So dedicated. So I went with this. I tried this. I've run it for several hours, and I want to show you why. I want to show you why I went with this here. So you can easily see what your bike takes by just going to my website. All right, so we go here to Officer Oil. All right, officeroil.com. and right there, okay? So this is the great lookup guide, okay? So you can look up your car, your truck, your ATV, your snowmobile, your heavy duty, big truck, small engine, outboards. So great lookup guide to see exactly what you should be running in your bike. Okay, so we click on motorcycle. We click on the year 2020. Accept the cookies. Find KTM. 300, here we go. USA X, oops, sorry, wrong one. 300 XC-W. Select engine size, 293 cc's. And boom. All right, so here is your, so it gives you, starts off here, starts out with your lubricants and fluids. So our two-stroke oil, so the Dominator and the Interceptor. I personally run the Interceptor, absolutely love it. Transmission right here. So now AMSOIL recommends the dirt bike transmission fluid right here, okay? So that's, again, capacity 0.85 quarts. That's what they're recommending. So I said, you know what, let me give it a shot and let me see just kind of, you know, what I think of the two, and let's go beat it up and just know, put the proof in the pudding, right? So this is why I went with that. But also here's some great recommendations: hydraulic clutch fluid, your brake fluid, your coolants, the new Power Sports coolant, okay, your fork fluid, synthetic fork fluid, number 5, and then all your fuel stabilizers, your ethanol fighters, your octane boosts, water resistant grease. Everything's super easy to find right here. Click, click, add to shopping cart, check out. It'll be on your doorstep ASAP. So, all right, so let's see how this guy did in the test here. All right, here you go. So this one was done recently. The first one I did, I didn't zoom in there, but I did it April 2021. It's back when it had 61 hours on the bike and then 21 hours on the oil. I tried to get it as close as I could. Did pull this one here not long ago in May of 2022. Okay, May of 2022 right here. And then I had 111 hours on the bike and 20 hours on the transmission fluid. And check out these results. Look at this. The comments. Data indicates no abnormal findings. Resample at normal interval. Your note was taken into consideration. Please contact the analysis department to discuss these results. So look at that. Completely normal right there in the green, fighting the wind. Right there, completely normal in the green. Okay, so what you can do, so down here it compares, and it shows you my historical comments on the first sample. So you can start building some data. So sample 1, sample 2, we could keep going 3, 4. So you can see it's a great tool to see and have some data to compare over the hours, over the miles, over the years. All right, fighting that wind. On the back here is just a comparison of what it was in 2021 versus 2022, okay? Looking at iron, silicone, chromium, aluminum, calcium, all your parts per million, okay? So everything working down to show what it's looking like between the two samples. So to be fair with these samples, although the winner is clearly the dirt bike transmission fluid based on the oil analysis, however, I can't say with 100% certainty, but I think that when I pulled the sample on the dirt bike 1050, I pulled it right from the bottom of the sump. Took off the drain plug, caught what was there in the bottom. That's all your wear metals, anything, the junk, the trash that is all settled down to the bottom. I think that's what I did. I can't recall because it's been a little while. So that's what's probably picking up on that. The best thing to do when you're pulling the sample is let it flow a little bit, or actually stick a hose down there and suck it out with the extractor and pull from the middle of the sump, because that's the oil that's actually lubricating the transmission, not what's sitting down on the bottom, you know, just hanging out down there. So it's kind of out of the picture. It's in there, but it is out of the picture. So best thing is get the oil that's in the middle, and that's what I did with this. So about these, the truth is I personally could not tell a difference. I mean, how do you make great any better? okay? Because I really don't think you can go wrong with this. So comment below and tell me what you've experienced. If you're running the dirt bike transmission fluid or the dirt bike 1050, I'd like to hear what you think and what you feel, because it just works so darn well. And that's all I have is AMSOIL. I bleed it, so I really don't have any other things to compare it against. But how do you make great even better? Okay, so 21 hours, 20 to 21 hours of abuse, still great, of really, really hard riding here. So to get if you want to start sampling your oil, a phenomenal tool to learn about what's going on the inside of your engine, your transmission, your differential, whatever you have there. Get yourself an oil analysis kit. If you're a do-it-yourselfer working in the backyard, join our preferred customer program. I'll click on that link below for you DIYers out there. It's going to save you 25% off the AMSOIL, off all of your AMSOIL products, give you full access to the store, and they'll drop ship it right to your house. If you have a repair shop, a parts store, retail shop, something like that, click on that link below. We'll get you an even bigger discount so you can have AMSOIL and start pulling samples for your clients, okay? If you have a fleet, I love working with commercial municipal fleets to use these oil analysis results to show how we can keep your equipment and your vehicles out there in the field longer, making money. Because if it's sitting on a lift, that's downtime, right? It's costing us time and money. So we're going to keep you out there safely. AMSOIL has that reserve protection in there so that you can keep it out there, saving time, saving money, improving fuel economy. Big thing these days. Switch to AMSOIL, save on some fuel. It's going to do that. So if you have that, if you have yourself a fleet and you're interested in sampling to see how far we can push our oil, push your oil, and this, and again, oil analyzers, they'll test anybody's oil. It doesn't have to be AMSOIL, but they'll test everybody's oil out there because they know what it looks like coming out of the bottle, and they know what you have now, and they compare the two to see, hey, how much life is left in this oil? Okay, if it's not bad, why change it? Let's get it as close as we can to going bad, and then we're going to change it, okay? Click on that link below to get yourself an even bigger discount as well, and we'll get you set up for your fleet, whether it's municipal or commercial. Please visit my website, www.officeroil.com. Reach out to me, comment below, tell me what you think. Let me know if you'd like to see what other fighting friction content I can do for you. I'd like to hear from you about that. And if you move forward with me, please be sure to list my referral number. This is how you'll be working with me. It helps support my family, and I really do appreciate it. So my referral number, 164-9274. Make sure you plug that in if you're talking to AMSOIL, or if you're on the website, plug that in. You'll be working with me. And again, thank you so much. But that is it. All right, the comparison, the results are in, and we'll see you next time. And by the way, I am, for now, when I changed the bike last, I stuck with the dirt bike transmission fluid. I do have this quart here. I'm going to use it up because it works great. I can't go wrong here. Use it up. But I want to hear from you and hear what you think is the best. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.